Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Walk with a Beginner. I believe we're on episode 3 now. I hope everybody's having a great day. I hope when you're listening to this, you're having a big old smile on your face, knowing that you don't have to play Magic with people you don't like, or just play Magic at all. I'll be frank with you. I just plain old don't like it anymore. I just plain old don't like it. Um, I'm probably not going to play it until I have a solid group of 3 other people. But that's the problem. Because most sane individuals, I'm not including myself in that statement, don't like Magic the Gathering. And I never really understood why until I got into it, man. And it's just like, dude, it is so just cringe, really. It really is. There's so many fucking nitty gritty rules that you just gotta. Oh wait, this interacts with the stack this way, but when you're doing this, just shut up, man. Just shut up, please. Can we play Uno? Can we play Uno? Can we play a fucking blackjack? Put the magic cards away. I don't know. I've had fun on it, but it's been a while since I have. So I'm probably going to put that away. Am I going to change the name of this? Maybe. But for now, it's still Walk with a Beginner. Maybe I'll move this over to be a D&D podcast because that's what I really prefer more. It's never been either D&D or Magic the Gathering. I'm just talking about shit that has been going on in my life. But anyways, speaking of stuff that's going on in my life, we moved into a new house. We moved from our little apartment that was like 2 shipping containers stacked on top of each other, and we've been there for like 11 years, to a nice regular house. It's a nice regular house. The neighborhood isn't that great, but we're secluded enough where that won't entirely matter. But yeah, with moving, you really get the experience of realizing how much garbage you've been holding on to in your fridge, in your closet, in your storage units, that you're just like, man, I haven't seen this stuff in 10 years. I won't miss it if it's in the fucking trash compactor being burned. But that might not be the case if you live with a hoarder, right? You bring out a relic. You bring out a rusted, barely holding on toenail clipper from the bottom depths of their stained carpet closet. And when you're pulling it out, it has like a string of goo attached to it, and it snaps off. And you jump back, you're like, oh my god! Holy fuck, what was that? And then you say, you definitely don't want this, right? As you're looking up at them, and they're looking down at you, and you say, hell no! I'm gonna use that right now! And they start click, 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 all their fucking toenails and fingernails until they have nothing. So they're like, there, I used it. Now we're keeping it. Why? We're moving out of this place to get rid of junk. Why are you holding on to junk? Why do we want to bring junk and garbage and filth from our old place to our new one? This is like a new beginning. This is supposed to be a new beginning. But some people just can't get over themselves. I don't know. Update on the secret layer. I didn't get it. I didn't get it. I had a revelation of I just didn't want it. I just didn't want to play Magic anymore. And maybe I'll buy just the Joshua Graham card in the future, but that's unlikely. So yeah, I'm not part of the club, I guess. I don't really care. But the cards, don't get me wrong, the cards look great. The cards really did look great, but it's just, it was like $40, I think, for the foil, and maybe 30 for the unfoil, or something like that. And that's just, you know what, that's just too much money for something that I'm not going to use. To collect dust and bend because of the humidity and all that shit. I don't want to spend all that money on that. But Yeah, that's the update for the secret lair. Um, Speaking of Fallout, I'm not playing Fallout 4 anymore. As you could probably guess from the last one, how heated I got about the Fallout 4 Far Harbor DLC being god awful. And, I've only heard positive things. I didn't even know that that part existed. That Dima part where you go into the brain, whatever, I didn't even know that existed. I only heard great things about Far Harbor. And it just like, dude, how do you not, like, when you're telling somebody about a DLC or an experience that you've had in a game, in a movie, in a show, even in real life, how do you, let's say we're sitting down around a campfire, right? I have bandages wrapped around my waist, completely covered, and they're like leaking blood. And you ask them, how did that happen to you? What, are you okay? What happened today? And you say, oh yeah, well, I went to the store, I parked my car, I got out, got a grocery basket, and I went in and I bought some apples, I got some eggs and cheese and meat and bread, and, just stuff and milk and all that, and I handed the guy my card, and I paid for it and I left, and it was just a great experience. But what you're saying to them, you left out the fact that you got robbed and shot in the chest and the stomach when you left your grocery store. You're leaving that part out. How do you do that? How do you leave out the worst part of something, especially when it's that bad? When you're talking about any kind of experience. Maybe maybe they didn't want to bring the trauma back to themselves. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. Maybe it was so bad that they burned it out of their brains so they wouldn't have to relive that moment again. Maybe that's what. Maybe that's what happened. But I'm not playing Fallout 4 anymore. I don't. Do I have it? Yeah, I do have it installed. Oops, all gameplay. But I'm playing Fallout 3 for the first time in a long time. And you know what? It's a good game. It's a really good game. It's not as good as New Vegas. They're different. You can't really compare them. They're kind of different. They're doing different things. But Fallout 76 I also tried to play. I'm not doing that again. I just dude, I try to play it every time, and it's so boring. It's so boring. The story of it doesn't matter. The gameplay is all the same. The fucking VATS isn't even VATS anymore. You just get auto aim, and you get to move around at the same pace at everything. It's just like, why would you make a Fallout MMO? I don't get it, man. I get that the Elder Scrolls MMO was good on release and then kind of turned to dog shit, but it's not the same. It's not the same. It really isn't the same. But more specifically about Fallout 76, I was looking at their new Mojave bundle because the show just ended, or the season 2 just ended. Oh, spoilers, by the way. Big bold text. Spoilers. Editor, take that clip, put it before when I said that, and have big giant bold text flash on the screen. Spoilers. Exactly like that. Anyways, and it showed off a lot of really cool things about the world. It showed off the NCR power armor. Very cool. In the bundle now. I'm not talking about the show anymore. They got the Legionary outfit. Well, it looks like Legatanius, but it's not Legatanius. You get a super sledge, New Vegas sign, and an NCR flag. And 2 titles. I don't care about the titles. Who does? But, I asked some of my friends. They would say, oh, maybe $10, maybe $15. You don't get any of their little their V-Bucks, their Atom points. You don't get any V-Bucks. You don't get a subscription to their little Battle Pass thing. Not even for a month. $10, $15 maybe. $30? $30? I bought Fallout 1 and 2 $5 each. That is billions times more content than that alone. how much was New Vegas? Probably $15. I think I bought it for. Fallout 3 was $15. What the fuck? Half the price of Fallout 76, that piece of shit that came out of Todd Howard's asshole. $30? Oh my god. Oh my god. Twice the price of New Vegas. 5 times the price of Fallout 1 and 2? Are you joking? How do they get away with this shit? Please, please, Todd Howard, when you die, put in your will, give Fallout to Oxhorn. put a little crumpled piece of receipt paper, a little crumpled note like Caesar had in his pocket. Yeah, that's how it's gonna be. It's not gonna say give Fallout to Oxhorn or give Fallout to fucking Obsidian. It's gonna say, I am Fallout. Fallout dies with me because he's a prick. Oh my god. Oh my god. We're doomed, man. If we don't get it out of Bethesda's clutches, it's over. Fallout 5 is going to be a nightmare. When in 2035, when I'm old and dead. But adding more onto this topic of Fallout and single player games, I've tried for a long time. Now I don't have the aim skills. I'm not very good at aiming in FPSs. I just don't really like FPSs. I can put the knowledge together. I've got good game sense. I know how to use my abilities. I know what someone's going to do, and I know how to stop them from doing that. But in games like Valorant, that's very aim-based. I just can't do that. CSGO, the same thing. I can't fucking compete. I can't fucking compete. But it's for me at least, and I think this is for most people, or a lot of people at least, your average Joe, it's a very stressful and infuriating environment. People talking shit to each other. You're fucking fighting like it's you're fighting to win. And no matter what, somebody's gonna lose. Unless you draw, but most games don't really have a draw. And it just takes, each match is like, for a lot of games, it's 30 minutes plus. It's a long time. It's a lot of energy, and it's just a very hostile environment. And I've come to just be playing single-player games. I've tried Deadlock, I'm not a fan. Overwatch was like, okay, but they killed it. But apparently they're like bringing it back now, but it's gone. It's gone for me. All the new stuff could look great. It's just I'm not playing it. I'm not playing these kinds of games. I've been playing Deltarune. I've been playing Space Marine 2. Holy shit. But you can look at my wallpaper right now. What is there? There's one online competitive game, and that's Deadlock. I don't play it. I don't play it. I guess you could consider Tabletop Simulator online competitive. I mean, it depends how you play it, right? But I don't play it for Magic anymore. I don't really play it for anything. It's just there out of convenience. If somebody wants to play, I don't know, Crack Pipe Uno, shout out to that. That's ball knowledge. But it's like shined a new light on me, playing just single player games. I mean, it's taken a lot of stress out of my life, out of my day-to-day, just fucking around life. It's given me more time to, it's better. It's just a better experience. You get stories that you love and you can reflect on. You get gameplay I get gameplay for things like D&D. Like, maybe that's a cool mechanic and I want to introduce that to my campaign, see how that works, or something like that. Or maybe, a similar plot hook that I like and I implement it, but I put my own spin on it. And there's no shame in that. Everything's inspired. There's only fucking Redditor take. There's only 5 stories or whatever the fuck. I hate that. I hate that sentence. There's only 5 stories. No, there isn't, man. Yeah, there is. Up, down, up, down, up, down. Up, up, down, down. Fucking, like, what are you saying? What are you saying? We're not playing fucking DDR. We're not playing Guitar Hero. We're not fucking. We're writing stories. We are gathering around the campfire in the cave with charcoal and blood on our hands. And we're writing on the cave paintings. And we're sharing our stories from our ancestors with our kin. We are taking our experiences, putting them onto paper, and sharing it with the masses. That's what we're doing. We're not fucking, oh, up, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm sorry, that just really pisses me off. God, I was just saying that I don't have stress and I'm not angry anymore, and I'm just fucking, I'm fuming. But no, I mean, I've been playing Mugenics, that's new, and it's just such a passion project, you can tell. The music, the art, the mechanics, everything about it, you can tell that Edmund McMillan was like, alright, I want a successor to Isaac. I want something that can surpass Isaac. I want something that I put my all into. And he did. I think he said something like 1,300 different cats, 700 different names, 200 different mutations. It's just... or 200 different vocal cameos. It's insane. It's insane. All of the artwork looks great. All of it. You know, I thought I didn't like the art style of his when I played the Flash Isaac and I played Fingered. Flash Isaac is old and kind of barbaric comparing it to Mugenics and regular Isaac, right? It doesn't hold up, personally. Fingered is kind of, you know, you can't judge it because it's supposed to look butt fucking ugly. But I didn't know that when I played it when I was like 12. But Mugenics, the cats look fucked up sometimes, right? But that's the point. You're breeding them together, and sometimes they're fucking really inbred and they look fucked up and they get a head growing out of their ass. And they're born with cancer and ADHD, and you're like, oh my god. Give this one to the gay guy down the street. I don't want it. But the intro sequences to the areas that you go into, the backgrounds of the characters, the backgrounds of the map, I mean, just everything looks great. It's his own art style. It's really stylized and it's really beautiful. I love it a lot. If it came out, oh shit, we're not in December anymore. Oh my god. Dude, my soul is dragged by a chain fucking 2 months behind me. And he just caught up with me. He was like, oh my god. He picked his head up from looking at the ground and was like, huh? Fucking, oh shit. And he ran up. Boom! Went back into its body. Said, oh my god, we're in February now. Indie game of the year. Easily, I think. I don't think there's much that can top it. I know that's dude, we're only in month 2. We're not even halfway out of month 2. It's February 13th. Calm down. But that's what I believe. It's amazing. And I'm a little bit biased because I like Edmund McMillan and I like all of his games. But I just, you know, there's a lot of effort. It's a really good game. You should try it. You should try it. But anyways, back to the original point. I've just been happier. I get home from work. I take my shoes off. I unbutton my pants and I unbutton my shirt a little bit. And I sit down and maybe I play Deltarune. And I have fun with my friends. We are all practicing our voice acting, being goofy, and we are collectively experiencing a story together. And so far, I'm not even done with chapter 2. So far, I mean, the story is fine. The story's fine. It's nothing like groundbreaking. But the characters are great. And that's kind of what Undertale is about, too. It's just the characters and the comedy, and everything's just great. Everything's peachy. But I get home, I feel like I have more wisdom. I feel like I'm not as quick to anger, and I just feel overall like a better person. And you know, you might be watching this or listening to this, and you might also be somebody who's not really good at games, but most of your friends are. You know, all your friends are playing Deadlock right now. All your friends are stuck in Valorant. All your friends are playing League of Legends. Those are all infuriating games to me. And they might be to you as well. If you're the anchor, maybe just take a step back for like a week. Only play single player games. Or maybe co-op games, right? Get yourself Deltarune. Get yourself some Deep Rock Galactic. Get yourself a Fallout game. Maybe Mugenics. And just play. Sit back and play. Crack open a brewski. Just sit back and play. And intake the story and reflect on what you're consuming. Rather than just headshot, 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 kill, kill, kill. This game was designed by people who make slot machines, so I'm addicted. And it's just like, reward yourself. Prolong the dopamine a little bit. Don't chase the high of the dopamine chemical being released because you won the game or because you got a headshot. Don't spend $60 on one skin. Ridiculous. Ridiculous. Just sit back. Play God of War. Sit back and just like, dude, play Last of Us. Play any of those. Any good single player game. And it's a whole different experience. It's immersive. It puts you in the world. You feel like you're there, and you feel like you're experiencing the story, and it just opens your eyes to a whole nother experience that you've like. You're just gonna like come to a realization, like you're gonna wake up. You're like, oh my God, I've been playing nothing but misery for 5 years, and I'm finally experiencing joy. Oh my God. It's different. It's good. Give it a try. If you're in that boat that I was, take a step back for a week. Don't play multiplayer games. Just play it by yourself. Maybe be in VC. If it's getting a little rambunctious because, they're giving call-outs and stuff, take a step out. Or just deafen yourself. Just, take a break. And at the end of that week, on Sunday or Monday, reflect and be like, okay, did I have more fun this week? Do I want to go back? Do I like multiplayer games? Or do I like single player games? Do I like having a story? Or do I like being competitive? And I mean really, like seriously, do it. And maybe you like both. And maybe you should just, balance your time a little bit. Maybe play more of what you like and a little bit of what you like less. And if they're equal, go 50-50. No, not to say don't talk to your friends. If your friends don't do anything but play competitive games, you weren't really friends to begin with. If you guys can't just have a conversation without playing a game, you're not great friends. And I'm sorry to say, but that's true. If you can't have an honest-to-God conversation with somebody without them having to play a video game with you, then you're not exactly what I would call a friend. Your gaming buddies, your fucking co-op partners. It's not real friendship. It's not somebody that you could see in your house watching a show together, watching a movie together, just hanging out. But, that's all I have to say for that, I guess. Kind of a rough transition here, but there was one person who submitted a question to the email, to the email. I don't want to give away the information about anything, but their name was a euphemism for lick on my shaft. They also sent a cool image here. Put that on screen. Amazing. Beautiful. Beautiful, magnificent. They said, "Dear Sticky Tipcarus, it's not my name. What do your feet smell like?" And that got me thinking, what do my feet smell like? Because I don't really, some people will take off their shoes and take off their socks, and they'll fucking just, fumigate the whole room. Or they say, oh yeah, I'm not going to take my shoes off because my feet smell really bad. Wash your goddamn feet. My feet don't really smell like anything. There's if I really get a whiff, I'll do that right now. There's maybe It's like it doesn't smell like anything, but there's like a hint, just the slightest hint of like oak, but that might be something else. Oh, and also, how do you handle creative envy? Thanks and much love from Micropesia. Um, Creative envy. You know, whenever I see a colleague or another just piece of media and I'm like, man, that is a lot better than what I have going on, I would just, step back and maybe look at it as an opportunity to improve. Don't beat yourself up because you're not the greatest. Nobody's the greatest. Nobody's the greatest. I just Nobody's perfect. Nobody's the greatest ever. And you're probably not gonna be. I'm not gonna be. I'm not. But when I see a friend and they are, that maybe they have a campaign or maybe they're doing a writing project or just something like along those lines, and I read it and I'm like, man, why haven't I done this yet? Why can't I make something to this level? Instead of pushing yourself down or feeling anger or hatred or, like you said, envy towards that person or towards that piece of work, really look into it, dissect it, break it down to all of its little parts, and see how they built it. Reflect on it, see how you can do that too. And if you don't know how, just don't steal the thing one for one, right? That's plagiarism. That's not cool. But, people get inspirations all the time. Dark Souls is inspired from Berserk, I think. Somebody told me that Star Wars was inspired by Dune. I don't know if that's true, but, everything that you see is inspired by something. I was watching a podcast with Tim Kaine, the original director of Fallout, the first game, and the second game, and then I think he kind of stepped away a little bit from tactics and whatever. But they were talking about shows and movies and other games that they derived from. And they said, even down to the specific details, they saw a car in the movie, or something like that, or a flag or symbol or something. They said, you know what? I want something like that in this. And so they did it. Before they didn't rip it from the thing and just boom, now it's in Fallout. They said, okay, what purpose does this serve in this piece of media? Okay, it serves that purpose. Why does it look like this? Why does it function like this? And you take those same questions, apply them to your world, to your piece of work, and you build an answer for yourself. It's not going to be the same thing. You shouldn't want the same thing. You want to be different. You want to be unique. You want to bring something new to the table so that somebody else can look at your work and build upon themselves from it. You don't want somebody to go look at, this other guy's work, be like, oh, that's really interesting. I'm going to reflect upon this for a while. And they walk over to yours and like, oh, this is kind of like the same thing. I'm not really getting any new feelings about this. Look at it as an opportunity to improve upon yourself. Or, if it is a close friend, look at it as an opportunity to congratulate them. I guarantee you, the amount of envy or anger or frustration that you feel about this person's work, they feel that same thing either about you or something else. And that's a totally natural feeling. Almost every writer or every creator gets that feeling. It's the way you respond to it. It's the way you handle it. Yeah, I hope that answered your question. I struggle with it still sometimes, but, try not to let it eat you. Try to let it be an opportunity. And you know what? I guess that is like the moral of the story for all this. Don't let the multiplayer games eat you. Don't let your environment and people hoarding things eat you. Look at it as an opportunity to take a step back, to reflect upon yourself, to reflect upon them, to better yourself. Email is going to be in the description again. If anybody else that isn't Lick My Shaft, with a smile dog profile picture, by the way, scared the shit out of me. I thought I clicked to open it, and now I have a rat on my computer, and now I'm fucked. To be honest with you. But yeah. I hope that answered your question, and I hope all of you have a great day, and have a good one. Bye.